Hey, I want to go over today called multiplying polynomials. We use FOIL for multiplying like two things together, so say x plus 2 and x minus 3. We use FOIL to multiply those out or expand it. And I also want to go over how we do it with more than two things. So if it's more than x plus 2 or it's more than x squared plus 2x, you see this 13, this third term makes it a little rough. We can't really use FOIL in this case. So the way I like to think about it is, yeah, you can use FOIL where you do the first one, the outer ones, the inner ones, and the last ones. So the first in this case would be x times x, so x squared. The outers would be the negative 3 times x, so negative 3x. The inners would be 2 and x, so 2x. And the last ones will be 2 times negative 3, which is negative 6. Then you add those all together, and that's what's going to be expanded. X squared minus 3x plus 2x minus 6. That's how you do it with FOIL. But the way I think about it, that kind of a general form, FOIL doesn't work with this because there's a third one. So I like to think of it as speed dating. Yes, if you speed dated like I've done before, you date a lot of I guess you talk to people for a couple minutes and then you move on to the next person. But everyone needs to get a chance to talk with everyone else. So, if you think of it like that, think of this x plus 2. Think of this x, this 2, this x, and this negative 3 as 4 different people. So, these two over here and here need to get a chance with each of these. So if you think about it, x needs to be with x, but the x also needs to be with negative 3 with speed dating. But we also know that this 2 needs to be with an x, and this 2 needs to be with negative 3. And that's how the speed dating is going to be. And if you think of that, that's exactly what FOIL is. They all speed dated together. So in a similar way, we have to do that with this. So in this case, we know that x needs to be with x squared, 2x, 13. And we also know that 2 has to be with x squared, 2x, and 13. So let's do that. So let's do the yellow ones first. So x times x squared, that's x cubed. And then we have x times 2x, which is 2x squared. And then x has to be with 13, so I have 13x. Okay, and that's it for that. So now the yellow x has had a turn with everyone else. So now we need to do the green 2. So now the 2 needs a chance with x squared, so 2x squared. And then it also needs a chance with the other 2x, so 2 times 2x equals 4x. And then the 2 needs to be with that 13, which is 26. And then, yeah, we can simplify this. These two have common terms. This has common terms. And ultimately, that's where we get our answer, if we simplify that. And that's kind of the easy, non-mathy way to think about it, is that speed dating just goes with everyone else. But now I kind of want to go over why with the more mathy reasons. So why do we use FOIL? Why does speed dating actually work? Why is that so? And so I'll go over that right now. So we can first think of 2a plus, let's see, plus 3a. Well, we know that this is 5a. That should be 5a. And the way we got that, let's put that in red, is we actually added the 2 and the 3, and that's how we got 5. We know we can do that. So let's go back here. So instead of just skipping to the 5a, let's write that out. So say we have the 2 plus 3. Oops. Write that in yellow. 2 plus 3 and all of that times a. That's essentially what we just did. We just did 2 times 3. No, 2 plus 3. And that's how we got the 5a. And so, because we can do that, we can actually go backwards. So we know that 5a, that should be the same thing as 3 plus 2a. We're just separating it out. We're just rewriting this 5 in that way. So we know that if we go either way, it's always going to work. So now let's look at this right here in that way. Alright, so I color-coded this so it's just like this. So let's say that the x minus, oops, there we go. The x minus 3 is very similar to this a. And so, oops. And this 2 can be very similar to this right here. And this x can be similar to this. So let's go, let's think of what we did here, how we just moved it there. We rewrote 5 as 3 plus 2. Okay. Oh, well, we have something plus something times that. Let's say this is like our a right here. And then the 3 plus 2 is like that. So let's go backwards now. Or I guess we have this right here. Let's move this into that form. So we know that we can keep the a on both of them. So let's keep that. So x minus 3, and we know there's going to be an x minus 3 again. Because that's what we have. We have the a twice right here and here. Oh, but now this is saying that if we have a 2, we can separate that, put it right there. And then the same with the 3. The 3 can go right there. And so now we have an x times that. And we also have this 2 right here. Alright, and we just did exactly what we have here. Say this x minus 3 is just like that a. It's red. This x is just like that 2 right there, because it's both green. And this 2 right here is just like this 3. They're orange. So in a similar, we just did the exact same thing, just with different letters or different numbers. And so now we can do the thing again. So now the x can be with the x, and the x can be with the negative 3. So let's do that. So now we have x times x, which is x squared. And then we have the x times negative 3, so minus 3x. And then let's work on this, so the 2 can be with the x and the negative 3. And so now we have 2 times x, and then 2 times negative 3, which is negative 6. We can simplify that. We get x squared minus x minus 6. And that's actually how it works. We essentially take advantage of this red a right here, just like that one, and we can separate this out. And that's how we have it right here. Boom, 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 boom. And that's it.